Hello and welcome to the Permaculture Herbalism segment of the Elder Tree podcast. I am your host, Tennille Christensen from Earth Mama, where I teach people how to thrive and get skilled for sustainability. As an educator, kitchen witch, and plant lover, I welcome you to tune in as I interview permaculturalists from around the world. We will learn holistic ways of integrating plants into our homes, gardens, and communities for healing. Together, we will explore the art and science of this regenerative design system and harvest the collective wisdom. Permaculture offers a pathway to empower people to develop their lifestyles and landscapes. So let's discover how to grow and know plants with a purpose. Koa Windsong is a storyteller, a teacher of bush survival skills, and an elder willing and wanting to share his extensive knowledge of living very closely to nature. He has travelled around the world and spent decades living in the bush and rainforest of the east coast of Australia and shares some wonderful stories of his adventures and his experience gained through a very embodied journey. And he has written a book recently and started a new platform as a way to connect with more people wanting to learn these important life skills, and has a real knack of weaving, not just with plants. He's certainly a weaver. He has made and does make his own shoes, clothes, tans hides, builds his own dwellings from everything the bush and the land can provide. So it's with a great honour to be sharing this interview and discussing topics quite varied and wide. We explore many tangents of growing food, sustainability, and what that means from growing your own food, but also from a self-healing perspective. And we touch on many plants actually. So I hope that you can grab a cuppa. It is a good hour of storytelling and exploration with this elder, and I hope that you enjoy this. So let's jump into it. Koa, I really appreciate you joining me here in my studio today for this interview. It's a real honour to be sitting with you and to ask you these important questions and have you share it with not just our local community, but people all around Australia and the world that are tuning in to this interview. We are at a Seed Savers meeting that's happening outside at the moment, but we've got this little space here. The listeners might be hearing some of the rainforest sounds around us, but let's jump into it. So thank you for being here, and can I ask you a first question?
Sure.
Awesome. So I know you haven't formally studied permaculture, but we have had lots of discussions over the last maybe decade together since we've known each other. And I feel that you've definitely lived permaculture, especially with all of the stories that you've shared with me. So could you, from that perspective of permaculture being, designing with nature based on ecology and a permanent agriculture, why is that important to you in your life?
It's really important because it's sustainable, The more we do it, the better the soil gets, the better the environment gets around us. When we do it the other way, we're actually working too hard to start with. Like, personally, I do a no-dig garden, so you don't get in there with the shovel and picks and take out all the rocks and the weeds, and this is too much work, and you're damaging. For instance, like every few inches has nematodes specific for that area, and if you dig it up, you churn it all around, they get all confused and they have to reestablish themselves. In the meantime, your plants are suffering. So it's just a lot quicker, and you don't need to bring things in when you use permaculture principles. You don't really have to bring things in from other places, which insects come with that, other feral plants that are going to take off, and and you're just moving things around. It's not a good idea. You can every garden has everything you need right there. Even if all the soil's been taken away, you can still build it up. You know, and you know, like I didn't know about permaculture until I came to Australia, basically. And I went to Crystal Waters, and I met Bill Mollison and had a little walk around some property and stuff, and I went, wow, that's a lot, very similar to what I do, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you're in the forest, when I'm in the forest, in the bush, living just off the bush, you know, the first thing I do is go to the edge.
Yeah.
The edge of anything.
Yeah. Because
that's where all the biodiversity is happening.
It is, yeah.
And if you don't know that, well, you're in trouble. Because you're going to be going in further into places that aren't going to have as much food for you to find.
Yep.
Yeah, and just, you know, any time we can mimic nature, you know, in its natural state, we're going to be better off for it, you know, as opposed to trying to make things happen. You know, we're working with the flow, not making things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more sustainable. That's the thing. You know, like the gardens I've put in all over the world are probably still going.
Yeah. And you've built a lot of gardens.
I've built a lot of gardens.
So how long have you been growing your own food for?
Oh boy, I grew up on a self-sufficient farm.
Okay.
Yeah, and we didn't bring anything else in. You know, we had horses to plow the fields. So that manure went back into our gardens. We planted cover crops because we planted lentils, because we ate lentils.
Yeah.
But that also, we'd grow them up that high and then turn them in as a cover crop.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, we never brought anything else in. We used everything that was in our environment. And then, make a long story short, my grandmother died and I had to go live with my parents. And they were gardening with chemicals. They were just coming into that world, you know, in the 50s.
Okay.
Where they thought it was really great, you know, synthetic fertilizers. Oh my gosh, we don't have to work so hard. We don't have to go collect the manure and stuff. We can just put these pebbles. Oh God, and look what it's done, you know.
Quite damaging.
Where I grew up, our soil, I could stick my hand down to my elbow without even turning it over.
Wow.
It was considered the best soil in the world.
Wow.
And once chemicals came in, it's a minus D or something now. And every year they have to put 3 times more chemicals on to get the same crop. You know, every year. And where do those chemicals go? Into our water, into our air.
Into us.
Into us. Yeah, like I heard recently, every American has 2 credit card amounts of plastic consumed into their body every day.
So it'll become very toxic, hasn't it?
Oh God, so it's so important, especially for the children, isn't it? Just to get back our natural roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. Well, thanks for sharing that. So can you share how you integrate plants, and specifically this is around permaculture herbalism. So, you know, we have plants that we use for nutrients that we eat, but there's also plants that we have for medicine and healing. So could you share specifically around that perspective? Do you use plants in your home, your garden, or in your community? Because I know you spend a lot of time in the bush as well, so there'd be medicinal plants that you might not have in your garden, but you use otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody though.
Don't you teach people these things?
Because I use Comfrey.
Yeah.
And Aloe Vera.
Yes.
Those are my 2 main healing.
Yeah.
And then if I put fasting, just stop eating.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are the 3 things. Like I've healed everything from, and I use urine therapy.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning, midstream. I healed Ross River fever in 10 days.
Okay.
And the girl with me still had it in 6 months, and she went and got medical help. And she still has relapses years later.
Yeah.
Not me. 10 days over, done. You know, everything we need is within arm's reach.
Like self-sustaining.
Self-sustaining.
And so, but with that urine therapy, you have to be clean to be doing that, right? Like you can't be taking medication and all of these other things. Is that true?
Yeah, you have to be eating organically.
Yeah.
But you could just do that for a week and clean yourself out and then start doing it.
Okay.
If you really needed to.
Yeah. And then with fasting, how long do you fast for? What's your journey with that?
Well, fasting doesn't work until the 5th day.
Okay.
So you got to fast 5 days, and then your body kicks in another organ, the cleansing organ. Takes 5 days, and then that will start cleaning out your whole body, just taking everything out and rebalancing everything.
And are you drinking a lot of water at that time, or
Not
taking
a lot,
other herbs?
but definitely.
Okay, a bit of water.
Yeah, definitely water, but not maybe a couple of glasses a day.
Okay.
You don't need a lot of water. It'll just make your body work harder.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're in the bush, and then if you've got aloe vera and comfrey is bone knit, right? So I've healed I broke this bone and healed it with comfrey.
Yep.
And then in the daytime, in the nighttime, I put a comfrey compact on there.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Compress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the nighttime, I'd make termite casts. And I mean in the daytime. And put that around there.
Okay.
And then in the night I soak it off and put the comfrey on. And I healed it in 2 weeks.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And do you mix the aloe vera with the comfrey, or you use them separately?
I normally use them separately, and I eat the aloe vera as well because that's a internal cleansing. And that's mostly how I use it, as a cleanser.
Yeah.
But yeah, for burns, and then in the bush, if you're always with fire, you're going to get burned.
Good chance, yeah.
Aloe vera,
Yeah.
It's so good. And I occasionally plant them in my walking, so that they'll be there when I come back.
Yeah.
I don't have to carry them with me.
You got your special tracks that you follow. And
coriander is another one, like especially the Thai coriander, because it's a perennial.
Yes.
And that is another one that takes out heavy metals out of your body. In fact, dentists are using it now. Lots of dentists are using it when they take the mercury fillings out to replace with composite.
Yeah.
They use coriander to pull those toxins out.
As part of the healing process of removing.
And also, right in the middle, because when they're doing that, the gases can go back into your body.
Yeah.
And the coriander neutralizes it.
Wow.
So, the more self-sufficient we can become, the better, because, depending on other people that you don't even know and don't love you, can be dangerous, I could tell you many stories about that when I was younger, putting trust into people that don't love me, into doctors.
Sure, yeah, in that avenue, and them giving advice that leads one astray.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those plants, you said aloe vera, comfrey, coriander, they're all plants that people can eat. Some say don't eat comfrey, but it's really nice cooked as a fritter and in small doses. I think it's
has
really
a build-up
good.
toxin.
Yeah.
So just don't eat it every day.
Yeah. Because it's so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
well, that's why they outlawed it. Because that one fella, like so many people, they get this idea, they heard comfrey was amazing and has all this ability healing. So he was eating bowls full of it, and he died. And so they outlawed comfrey.
Yeah, too much of a good thing.
Yeah, I have another friend who ate bowls of alfalfa.
Oh, wow.
Every day, and he died.
So they're potent. This potent food.
And another girl,
medicine.
go to Koa. She comes up to me and she goes, she comes up to me here in Coranda and she goes, Koa, I'm so glad you showed me go to Koa. I eat bowls full of it every day. I'm like, what? Holy Christ. It has a build-up toxin.
Yeah.
She died.
Oh.
I don't know if it was because of that, but she died like a year later.
Wow.
I don't know why, but that didn't help.
Hopefully she listened to you when you said don't eat a bowl a day. I mean, it's quite bitter. Like if we actually sit for long enough and we eat those foods, you're filled by it. generally, I don't feel like I want to eat a lot of it, especially the one, the bitter.
Yeah, that's telling you that it's got to build up toxin.
It's good for you, but in small doses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's important to be bringing these kind of plants, or they're already plants that we might have for building the soil or for culinary reasons, but if we look a bit deeper, they have these detoxifying or these healing burns or healing broken bones. Like there's so much more depth to these so-called culinary plants or permaculture plants in the garden.
Yeah, and then if we bring banana and papaya in, all their healing. Yeah,
can you share a bit about that? Because when I did a course with you many years ago, you talked about, like, we made string rope out of banana when we made the thatching for the roof. But you taught me a lot around banana, so instead of me saying it, can you share it with our viewers?
Yeah, there's well, science has gotten some 500 antibiotics out of the banana tree, synthesized them. So it's full of antibiotics. And like, I raised 3 kids in Hawaii on the Big Island, and there's no soil. So they're constantly falling and scratching and getting cuts. And banana, it's got tannins in it. So you clean the wound, put a banana juice on there, and it pulls the skin together. So no stitches or anything. And then it's got all those antibiotics in there.
And you're talking about the banana fruit or the leaves or the juice from the stem?
The juice from the stem. So you just cut a triangle and pull it out and squeeze that on. And then put the triangle back and it'll just
self-heal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, well, for building garden beds, from the ground up, banana's the best. You know, you slice it up and lay that down, and then you put just some soil over that, some comfrey leaves, some whatever, and just build it up. More banana leaves. Make sure you cut it up and don't dry it out and put it in.
Hold the fresh moisture.
Yeah. But and then I've thatched little shelters with the banana leaves.
Yeah.
Horizontally.
Yes.
You know, horizontally. And like you said, I can make one pair of sandals out of the string, out of one banana plant.
Yeah.
You can eat the core, and that feed a lot of people.
Yes.
It does, it's got a neutral taste like a zucchini, but
crunchy.
Yeah. But still, it's food.
Totally. And carbohydrate, give you some energy. Yeah.
Yeah, good to know about.
Yeah. And then I remember you showing us how to tunnel out the center of it before eating the core. And water, the pure water fills it like a little cup, and you can drink the pure water if you're unsure about if you're in the forest or somewhere and the water stream might be contaminated or you don't have access to water.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah. And you cut it about 1 meter high, just cut the banana tree off. Usually I'll look for one that's already fruited and nobody's cut the tree down.
Yes.
But if I'm in a survival situation, I'll cut what I need to.
Yeah.
And then you hollow it out with your knife, make it like a bowl, and then walk away in 15 minutes. It'll fill up, and I'll keep doing that for days, maybe a week, even 2 weeks. I've had them.
You can just keep drinking a cup or so from it.
Yeah, and it's pure water and it tastes good.
Yeah.
Somebody told me the other day that on one of those survival things, they didn't have any water and they were really thirsty, and one of the people said, "Oh, what about banana?" I heard banana, and they cut it, and they did that, and they couldn't drink it because it tasted horrible.
Oh.
I'm like, what? No, it doesn't taste horrible.
Did they cut it on the side or something?
I have no idea.
They didn't do it properly. Well, we did it, and I drank it, and it was great.
Yeah, it was great. So.
Maybe it was like not in the bush, and it was chemical bananas or something.
Yeah, and then what about papaya? The seeds, like the internal parasites.
Yeah.
It's great. It's very, very effective. In fact, I try to eat like just a teaspoon of dried ones every month, at least every month.
Okay.
To just take care of any of those parasites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's abortive as well, so women have to be careful.
Oh, really? The seeds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it can clean out parasites, but if you're pregnant, it can...
Oh, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so, that...
Be careful with that.
Might be helpful for people in America who having the choice taken away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Papaya also with the leaves as well. There's a lot of medicine in the leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Used for Ross River or dengue fever.
You make a tea out of it, yeah, for dengue fever. Yeah.
So it's interesting, hey, they grow so well in the tropics, and these things like dengue and Ross River tend to be prevalent up here.
Yeah, nature always balances it, hey.
We've got these plants here to help with that.
Yeah, it's just a matter of becoming aware of it. And that's why these kind of conversations are really important.
They are, yeah. Even with that's why I asked if you put Comfrey and Aloe Vera together, because we do the root, the leaf, and aloe vera, because we found Blake and Nova both get reactions from like the latex on normal band-aids. So when we've done just the straight Comfrey, they also get a red mark from it. So we mix the aloe vera in, and it stops that from happening. Yeah. So we've used it. No one's really broken anything, but for boils. There was one year here where it was a really wet season and boils were going around, and we were covering and healing boils that way.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's like drawing it out. So
yeah,
it's got many purposes.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should try the banana juice if they get it cut.
Okay, yep. Yeah, we've got plantain there as well in the garden that we use for cuts. Yeah. But then we use a lot of bananas in the garden beds as well. It's a great chop and drop mulch.
Yeah, it is so good.
Yeah, and I like what you said about looking for the banana plant that's already fruited. You know, that one's already lived. It's only going to produce a lesser, a smaller bunch next time. So by harvesting that one first, just with that insight and using that for whatever purpose, you're leaving the other plants in the bunch to really, produce a good crop.
Yeah. It'll actually stimulate. It sends out hormones to stimulate growth, new growth.
Feeds the other ones. Yeah, bananas are amazing.
Yeah, they so are.
I know with this question here, you have shared many, many stories with me over the years about how plants or different, bush skills that you practice has healed certain situations that you've been in or illnesses that you have. But could you share an example or two when you utilize plants to improve your health, and what was that experience?
Yeah. Well, I think all plants are healing. I'm trying, coconut. Like I used to hike into Cedar Bay every year and do a 10-day water coconut fast on the young nuts.
Yeah.
And I'd carry hose clamps and a pruning saw. And then there's bamboo growing in there, and I just harvest bamboo, split it, put that pruning saw in, clamp it down, reach up, and take the young nuts.
You got a saw ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I highly recommend that one. I felt always so strong when I'd walk out of there,
Wow.
and like I was just totally cleaned out.
Yeah.
So now we got the Madagascar coconut in, and you got to bend over to pick that one. I picked 200 nuts off of one tree.
Wow.
200 nuts.
Wow.
From the jellies to the mature ones.
Yeah.
The person, it was in a person's yard, and she said, "Yeah, you can pick them, but you got to take them all."
Oh wow. Okay. No problem there. You have like something to carry them all yourself.
I had 3 kids, and they were constantly bringing them to the pickup.
Yeah.
But,
so really good for fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you fast, you said by the 5th day, that's when it really, your body, that organ, so I guess it's your liver, is really releasing the toxins at that point. So how long would you keep fasting for?
I normally do go for 7, but
7
it depends on what's going on with me.
Yeah.
Like when I had the Ross River fever, I did 10 days, but I've fasted up to 3 weeks.
Okay.
In the bush.
Yeah. Because you were ill?
Yeah.
Okay.
And healed myself. Yeah. That's been my whole journey, is to become self-sufficient, not to depend on anyone else.
Yeah.
And I've achieved that, so I can walk into the bush anywhere
Yeah.
Like in this basket, I have everything I need.
Yeah.
To survive.
So beautiful. So you've handmade it, you've weaved it, and what are the plants? Let's talk about the plants that you've weaved it from.
Yeah. Well, that's this one is the foxtail palm leaf sheath. You know, it protects the new leaf born from the tree.
Yep.
And there's quite a few palms that have a leaf sheath that look almost exactly like that.
Yeah.
And it's one of my main weavers because it's everywhere. Even in the bush, you've got the bangalow palm, which is native.
Yep.
And it has a sheath like that.
And you soak the sheaths in water to soften it?
Yeah.
And then weave it soft to dry?
And you can also just take the leaf and fold it in a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's how the Aboriginal people carried water from Sydney to Cooktown in bangalow leaf sheath. So it's a really important
really special plant.
Yeah. And then I've got the curtain fig.
Ah,
the aerial roots, you know, the curtain fig. And those ones, man, they don't mold at all.
Wow.
Like in a rainforest, it won't go moldy. They are so strong. This basket will last lifetimes, you know.
And how do you stop it from going moldy?
Well, if it depends. You know, like a lot of the times, I'm making a living, so I've got to get it done and get it out there to sell.
Yeah.
So I use shellac.
Oh yeah.
Which is it's a protective casing around a bug.
Yeah.
The lactose bug puts a casing around its eggs.
Yeah.
And the Egyptians figured out that if they mixed alcohol with that it would cure. Preserve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I use because it's biodegradable.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like doing it for myself, then I'll mix. Do you know candle nut?
Yeah.
You make candle nut oil.
Yeah.
And then you add what was it? Gosh, candle nut oil. Beeswax.
Cool. Yeah.
Beeswax, and like 1 to 10, and then just rub that into your bag, or even if you're building a shelter too, because the one thing you don't want, especially in the rainforest, is mold.
Yeah, can make it
and
really
that'll
sick.
stop it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you see candle nuts fruiting, do you harvest it?
Yes, absolutely. I use them for all kinds of things.
Yeah.
One of the main things is candles.
Yeah.
You know.
I was reading that part in your book. I'm reading it to Nova, my daughter. We do little segments of it. Does it give her time to think about it? And then, you know, she'll just ask me this question related to it. She wants to go and find some of those candle nuts.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the best for curing wood, you know,
Yeah.
to stop it from molding, or baskets.
Great, because that's a real thing that we deal with in the tropics.
Yeah, and you can eat them, but, you know, like let's say you were really constipated.
Okay.
Eat two fresh nuts, and that's problem solved.
So it's a laxative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, I used to hike this track. It's one of the longest, most dangerous tracks in the world. And there's kukui nuts along the way.
Okay.
And so many times I'd come across these backpackers from England and all over the world, and they're just, oh God.
They ate too many of them.
They thought they were macadamia nuts.
Oh! That's probably like the candle nuts too. If you have more than two, you would be doing a disservice.
Yeah.
But is that like, you know, there's that principle of use and value diversity, and it's like we're not, you know, you've got a diversity of different plants in your weaving basket there. You're using a diversity of plants in your healing, but it's like even in your day not to eat all the same of one thing for your own health. Like it goes with the plants and it goes with what we're consuming as well.
Well, there are some foods that are considered whole foods, and you can, like coconut.
Yeah.
You could live on coconut. People have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like a variety to get the different kinds of, you know, one of the main things is trace minerals. And if you don't eat enough different colored fruits, you're not getting enough trace minerals.
Yeah.
A big problem in Australia is magnesium and zinc. People aren't getting enough. And that's why, you know, like the Aboriginal people all over Australia, every tribe ate a pea-sized amount of termite mound every day to get their magnesium, zinc, and calcium. And so I do that. And when they were pregnant, they ate 2 size amounts.
Okay.
And if they get bit by a toxic anything, they'd eat 2 size amounts of termite mound.
So it's helping to detoxify.
Yeah, well, it's a magnetic charge.
Remineralize.
It's a magnetic charge. It grabs all the impurities in your body. Anything that's not naturally there. And it'll hold it, and then you eliminate it.
Yeah.
So that's a really good thing to know right there.
That is. So beyond the plants, working with the medicine of the animals as well.
And I've also made shelters out of them because 1 out of 10 is abandoned.
Okay.
So I, like out in Silver Valley, I made a mud teepee
Yeah.
and rendered it with the termite mound and made it waterproof.
Yeah.
I could be in there and pissing down and totally dry.
Wow.
You know?
But you make sure that you find the one that's abandoned.
Yeah, 10% of them are abandoned.
Okay.
And there's just so many uses for it. You know, like I made a rocket stove out of it for my little teepee.
So you're mixing it with water to make it moldable, and then it dries hard.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you can't use the rainforest one though, because there's too much vegetation in it.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So dry country, go find the edge.
Yeah, go find the edge. The edge is where it's happening.
It is. Oh, cool. Those are great examples. Thank you for sharing. I'm sure people get a lot out of that. Can you share what's alive and thriving? I know you've got some cool things happening right now. So can you share with everyone what's alive and thriving in your world right now?
You mean like the Patreon?
Your Patreon, your book.
Okay,
You're doing a book launch, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you know, I spent 22 years just going bush. The first 10 years that I came to Australia in 1996, I went straight into the bush for 10 years basically and just learned the hard way a lot of times. And those hard lessons are in my book.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to do that.
Yeah, thank you. Can you tell everyone what the book's called and where they could get it from?
Yeah, it's called Dream Weaving Down Under by Koa Windsong.
Yeah.
And you can get it on Amazon/Kindle.
Yeah.
Let's see, how else can you get it?
So you've got printed books as well?
Yeah, I have printed books. So if you give me your snail mail, I can mail you one.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only other way.
Yeah.
You know?
You're doing a book launch next week?
I'm doing a book launch, at Koa Hall.
Yeah.
The best.
They named that hall after you. Come to Koa Hall for Koa's book launch.
It's the best fruit and veg market in North Queensland.
Yeah.
And it happens every Saturday.
The first Saturday of each month.
The first Saturday of each month. And so we're going to do a book launch perfect. You know, I was really, really wondering where's the best place to do it? You know, that's the best place. I'll be totally relaxed and I'll be able to talk and answer questions. Yeah. That's great.
So people can come along and meet you there and maybe get a signed copy of your book.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe hear one of my stories.
And why did you write your book? Apart from getting everyone that information of all the mistakes you made so they don't have to make it, but it's just so full of amazing stories. And like, what's been the journey in writing it?
Yeah, you know, I used to wonder what it would be like to be an elder. Especially when I came to Australia, because that word is batted around a lot as far as the people that are holding the knowledge, you know, go to the elder. They have the knowledge, you know. And I was really wondering how that works. Do they vote them in? Do they, you know? And then I just woke up one morning and realized that it's a need. When you get to be my age and you've lived a life like I have, it's like being hungry, you got to eat. You have to pass knowledge. I have to pass it. Yeah. It's not something that I choose to do anymore. It's just, you got to do it just like you got to eat. Yeah. And it's knowledge gained by experience. It's not knowledge gained by reading books and talking to people and going on the internet and getting Google. This is first-hand experience, you know? Yeah. And yeah, like you said, one of the main reasons was to help people not get stung by the stinging tree. And if they do, know what to do about it when you get it. You know what I mean? Because I was down here, just down the street here when I got stung. Well, it was up the street that I got stung, but then I went to my shack down here. Yep. And for the 28 hours, I was screaming at the top of my lungs every 3 seconds.
We weren't neighbours then, were we? I didn't
I don't
hear
think
you.
we were. Curly probably heard me, though. And then I was in town. I went to somewhere, Smithfield. Mm-hmm. And a young man, I don't know how we got to talking. I think he asked me about my basket, which happens a lot.
Yeah. It's pretty spectacular. It was a big conversation starting your baskets. Can people buy the baskets from you as well?
Yeah.
This is a divergent.
Special. They got to give me half down, and then I weave it, and they give me the rest.
Yeah, awesome.
And sometimes I sell it right off my back, just because I made a decision long ago not to get government help.
Yeah.
To be totally self-sufficient, make my own living, not have to depend on, especially government that I don't trust.
Sure. Yeah. You're
'Cause they don't
self-sufficient in many, many, many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't trust anybody that doesn't love you. Mm-hmm. That's my perspective.
Yeah.
But where were we at?
Yeah. So you were selling. No, you were. Where were we? So you went down to Smithfield and you got talking to this young fella.
Oh yeah. And he said he works on a railroad line and gets stung all the time because his job is to go clear the bush.
Yeah.
And he talked to a chemist at the college there in Smithfield, and he told him about bicarb soda.
Okay.
And so you mix you spit in, put some bicarb soda, spit in it, mix it around, and put it on your sting.
Yeah.
Just, you don't rub it in, you
place it, like pat it on.
Yeah. Because what it is hollow crystals, silica crystals.
So you'd be like,
well, if you break them off, you can't get them out. And then that's what happened to me.
Okay.
So anyway, and that dissolves the crystals, and then you're good to go. It only took 10 minutes. The next time I got stung, 10 minutes gone.
Wow.
Yeah. And what's a natural, because I've heard that conjuvoy is a natural remedy, but I can't believe that.
Right.
Because if you take conjuvoy and mash it up and put it on your skin, it's going to be like needles going in. So how's that going to work? It's going to make it worse. And so you know what I did? I actually went to the college and went to their department and asked them. And they said they've been doing experiments.
Okay.
Because they heard it too.
Yeah. They're looking at all the possibilities.
Yeah, and it doesn't work. It makes it worse. So I was right.
Yeah.
And there's still people, like I put a post up about it, and some guy goes in and puts up, conjuvoy works. But he's never done it. He just heard somewhere.
So it's these life experiences, because sometimes you're going to get the wrong information off Google or wherever you're searching, but if you've got these life experiences
then you know
embodied, yeah, and the way that you talk about them through story is really, like, I can tell, like, I love to receive information through story. It's really an easy way to remember and to want to really deeply listen. But I can hear it even, there's a part in your book where you're talking, it's right at the beginning where you're talking about, putting your thumb out to get near a rolling stone, but you needed to put your finger out and over it. She's like, that's not true. I've seen people put their thumb up. I'm like, yeah, maybe in American movies or something like that. And then about 3 or 4 days later, we were driving to Koa, to Mariba. But just out from Koa, there was a guy, and he had his finger out like this. And she just looked at me, and she's like, Koa's right. So they all, they weave in, and, it's hard to give children facts and these kind of things, but when you can tell this really important information through these stories of how like your experience in Cedar Bay, and how you went there and you had to go on the right tide, and observe and interact is one of the foundational first permaculture principles. I see that, or I read that that's a huge part of your life and your learning. You're watching the crocodile take this sick animal that keeps returning to the same place, and you're building these little platforms up in the trees to watch the animals below you, so you can see the cassowary, and you're just watching and learning from nature all of the time.
Yeah, the patterns. And the second half of the book is a lot about that. It's about me, like when the tribes broke down, single parenting is incredibly difficult.
Yeah. Because
they don't have grandparents and uncles and aunties to ask. We got to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah.
Or go to a book. Well, I have a lot of experience, 20 years raising children, and just being around, you get experience by watching other parents. And so I put a lot of those stories in my book.
Yeah.
Like I think I said before, people used to ask me about how you get all your kids to eat a whole bowl of salad. And that kind of information I love to pass on.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Fulfills you.
Yeah, because I've had the life experience. And it's like when you do that, because my kids never got a cavity. And guess what? They never brushed their teeth. They never got one cavity.
Wow.
How's that, being a parent? Because that's one of the huge things when you're a parent. Yeah. And you got a kid with cavities, you got to take him to the dentist. There's no choice.
Yeah.
But I took on a stepchild, who had a cavity in every tooth.
Whoa.
He was 7 years old and had a cavity in every tooth. 1 year, his body filled in the cavities.
Rehealed, yeah.
It rehealed them in 1 year of just eating properly, naturally.
Remineralizing.
Yeah, because he was on a chemical diet before. You buy a packet of food and it's laced with chemicals. Because these chemical factories have nowhere else to dump it. Oh, let's dump it in there and we'll just pay the lawmakers to say it's okay.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why all these we got a new cancer and a new cancer. Jesus, just stop eating chemicals.
We're fortifying nutrients in the food that our bodies can't absorb, but it's written on the package, it must be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't trust them. They don't love you.
Yeah.
Don't trust them.
And so just the kids being part of the food cycle and growing the food, is that, what is your answer when people ask you?
Yeah, if you get a child, especially, like if you've got a place like you have here, and you give them an almond seed, and you tell them this is going to grow a tree, and they love almonds. You make some almond meals with them and stuff, and okay, let's grow a tree so that we have our own almonds. And you show them that almond, and then you show them how you got to soak it, and then you got to plant it in a particular kind of soil, because every nut and every fruit tree has their own personality. You can't just do it the same, which is a big mistake a lot of people make. Even in permaculture, people think that it's this way, so you do all the trees that way. No.
Yeah, they all have their unique ways.
They have their own unique ways of living. So when you do that with a child, and that tree grows up, there's no way they're not going to eat that and propagate it. They're going to want to sprout more and grow more and give them to their friends.
Yeah.
So I just think it's so important to help our children to put their roots back into the earth. Because look at the problem we have right now. We're in a bus heading for a brick wall. And who's going to stop it? The children. The children.
They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, like your child. They're going to step up to it and say, no more. That's it. We don't want it. And bring the earth back into balance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a struggle though, watching them. Or just seeing what they're faced with. Like all of the bombardment. It's hard work. It's like, wow, we just did not experience this. Well, maybe, I grew up in a small town out in the bush as well, so I don't know, we didn't spend our weekend shopping and doing all of that. It was in the bush or the beach.
Yeah.
But I just see, even with the lifestyle that we have where we're in the forest and off-grid and we're homeschooling, it's like the world is still really trying to shove this stuff down their throat. It's like constantly saying, no to that, yes to this, no to that, yes to this. Whereas I feel like my parents didn't really have that so much.
Yeah, it increases tenfold every year. But, and your children, well, that's why you need me. And that's why we need to rebirth tribes.
Yeah.
That's why, because of that very thing, you know. That's the support. If we have that full support, then we can keep that from coming in. You know, have a look at it, but understand what it is. You know?
And I think that's the part of it, is that showing they're seeing that and having these conversations of what that means and where that's leading. They're growing up a lot faster, because it's like this kind of, you know, the matrix, and showing, you know, like we constantly say, we live in a bubble. We're creating a bubble here, and then they have these experiences when we go out into the big wide world, and then whoa, it's like, this is the thing that we've been talking about. Or
I got a couple of good stories on that one.
Yeah,
you know, it's like I homeschooled my kids, you know, and I'd take them to the beach so that they could play with other kids, and just because they love the beach.
Totally.
And one day, the kids run up to me, all three of them, and they're like, "Dad, we want to eat this. What is it?" All the kids are eating it, and they're loving it, and they say, "We'll love it. What is it? Can we eat it?" It's a hot dog. And I'm like, "Yeah, you can eat it, but first, we're going to take you right now, go get your blanket, your towels, and we're going to go show you where they make these hot dogs." So we get in the car and we drive out to an abattoir. And 2 kilometers from they're going, "What's that stink?" I'm like, "That's your hot dogs." And they're like, "Oh." And they don't believe me, right? So we get closer and closer, and we get there, and the screaming of the pigs.
The slaughterhouse.
Yeah. They got their
fingers in their ears.
Get us out of here. No. You want to eat that hot dog, you're going to see. So I walk them in, and, you know, the pigs can't even turn around. They are totally miserable, you know? So we go back to the beach. You want to eat the hot dog? No way. We're not eating that hot dog.
How about a fresh coconut?
Coconut, avocado.
Yeah.
And then another time they run up to me with it in a packet. It's a chocolate bar, you know? And the kids, they're loving it, you know? And one of my kids actually has, like, I can tell he's already taken a bite.
You see it.
He's trying to hide it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. But let's just go through what's in it, you know, because it's not just chocolate.
Yeah, it's not cacao that you're used to from the tree, the cacao that you picked. Eating the fruit, and then,
So list is long. Of all, and by the time I'm through, they're laughing their heads off. We're all just cracking up, and they don't want to eat it.
Yeah. And then it's like, and then where does this go?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is a shiny plastic thing.
Yeah.
It's not biodegradable.
You know, even me trying to live as organically and natural as possible, I can't get away from microplastics.
Well, they wrap organic food at the supermarket in plastic to separate it from, so people don't mix it up, and it's like, oh my gosh,
and they put those stickers on. Oh god.
It's a balance. And, you know, like we have family members that, you know, want to buy all this chocolate and things for the kids, and they'll have a taste of it, but then it ends up sitting in the back of the fridge. Like they don't actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
They'll taste it and then think, it's not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. All those foods have to be covered in salt and whatever else spice in order for it to even taste good. If you just took a pig and from one of those abattoirs.
Good. That's so gross.
That's why it's so important what you do to teach people. Because, you know, like at my place, I've got tropical ginseng, Okinawan spinach, Brazilian spinach, a couple other ones I don't
Sambung.
Sambung. And a couple others I don't even know.
Sweet leaf.
I got sweet leaf.
Yeah. And now you got Madagascar beans.
Now I don't have to grow lettuce or all those other things that take so much time. It takes me a few minutes just to go out and I got a bowl of salad.
Fresh, straight from the garden.
Exactly.
No plastic, no food miles.
Exactly.
No chemicals sprayed on them. No relying on the supermarket.
And then if we put cassava, taros, all the different kinds, you know. Then we've got our starches, our carbohydrates. You can be totally self-sufficient right there.
Right, and cassava is so good. Like for me, for people who can't do, my body is so sensitive. I can't do wheat and dairy.
Me too.
And it's like, the more I'm reading, it's like there's so much, the whole wheat has come down to a few varieties that grow a certain height so that they can use the machinery to come in and harvest.
Yeah.
It's it's aggravating on people's systems. And cassava is so easy to digest.
And you can make bread.
Yeah, you can use it like a grain if you want to bake or do things like that, but you can put it in soup. You can grate it up and make pizza bases.
Yeah. That's the best.
Yeah.
Pizza base.
Yeah. I just love it chopped up in soup. It just
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
It's way better than potato. Like potatoes grow difficult here, and you need to keep piling things up, and like you talk about, no dig gardening and the work that you do to produce food. As we've refined what we grow here in the tropics, it's like, sweet potato is amazing. You put it in, it's a ground cover, you can eat the tips while it's producing the roots. Potato, you can only grow it for a short period of time. You have to keep raising it. It's like
takes a lot out of the soil.
Yeah, but then cassava, you just put it in the ground.
Off it goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to protect it from the turkeys.
You do. They definitely come in and tell us when it's perfect and ready to pick. Even the taros as well. The bush turkeys are like, hey, it's reached its complex sugars. It's tasted great. Like, okay, we'll harvest now. But again, you harvest it, then you can propagate and stick it back in the ground. It's self-perpetuating. You don't have to go and rebuy seed from anywhere.
Exactly. That's so good. You've created a bank.
Yeah.
Now your friends can come to you. Oh, I want to put in a garden.
Yeah.
Choop, choop, choop. And you got a garden.
Yeah.
So beautiful. That's what I'm doing with the community garden. So now we have a green bank, so people can come get all their perennial greens.
Yeah.
And we're getting there on the perennial cassavas and all that, all the tubers.
Yeah.
So that people, they come here, they want to start a garden, come here. You got a garden immediately.
Yeah.
You don't have to plow the soil and do all this shit to build it up, and all that time and money and energy.
Plant some bananas, get some bananas, and then you've got...
The first thing I would do, if I'm going to move into a property, the first swale I would do is banana, papaya, and then under that pineapple, a few cassavas in between, and then a sweet potato covering. And then in 1 year, you've got your own fruit.
Yeah, and you've got everything you need to then grow more.
Exactly, and give to your friends.
And spread out in different parts of your landscape, even if you just start slow and start with one area. Yeah,
it's so easy. People, I think that's one of the main things, is people think it's just so hard. It's not really.
Yeah, but I can understand why, because when people come to our workshops, they always say, I don't have a green thumb and I'm here because I want to learn from you. And when we backtrack to their journey, it's like they're buying seedlings from Bunnings that are not even grown here to start with. They're shipped up, but they're completely out of season. So, and they're trusting that, I'm spending $7, $12 or whatever it is on this. I take it home, put it in the soil, and it's not even the right time of year. It's not because they don't have a green thumb. Like, it's in ourselves. We're all remembering.
Yes.
But when we're force-fed this kind of information that is not relevant, especially to the tropics, a lot of the gardening books or people who... grew gardens were, the colder temperate areas, and they have their summer and their winter and the different seasons that they're working with. It's very different here, in the tropics. Like, we can grow all year round, but what we're growing are plant species that are so different. Like, the window that we have to grow European vegetables is maybe, depending on our wet season, like April to November. Could be May to October, depending. But, sometimes our wettest month is in April, and it drags out. And sometimes we have like really dry westerlies coming through in October, November that turns everything into seed quickly. So
the rest of the year, those greens that you spoke about, they're growing.
Yeah, they just keep on trucking
You're
on.
like pulling them out of the pathway. Hey, people are like, "Whoa, you got a weedy garden." It's like, no, that's all food.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me show you some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful and so easy to help other people do that. You know?
Yeah. So thank you for being a wisdom keeper. And can you just share with our listeners about Patreon and your role and what you're doing with that and how they can keep connecting and learning from you?
Yeah, this Patreon, a friend of mine's put it together, Laura.
Yeah.
And
thanks, Lara.
yeah, it's a way that people can support me because, like I said, I don't get government support. And so I have to make a living, you know, off everything I do.
Yeah.
And I'm a walking encyclopedia in natural living, and that's what I'm sharing on this site. So if you can give me, I think it's $10 a month or $20, and goes up to $50.
A few different options.
Yeah, a few different options, and you can always bow out, you know. But it helps me a lot. It allows me to have more time to spend like this. You know, to do interviews, to go to seed savers and and go to the community garden.
Yeah.
You know,
it
allows me to have a life, really.
Yeah.
And I'm so appreciative of anyone that gives me support like that. And I'm just learning how to work with it, to give back.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there, and eventually I'll be able to, you know, you'll learn how to weave a basket, say, for instance, right there on the site.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And so
people can learn how to weave baskets.
Yeah.
You're going to teach them that. That's amazing.
How to make string, how to thatch.
Yeah.
You know, how to get the water, you know, so we can, instead of just talking about it, here we are, we can see it.
Yeah.
Might as well take advantage of that kind of technology.
Absolutely.
Well, we got it, to spread that knowledge.
Yeah. And then can they ask questions and learn from you directly?
Yes. And they can take any of my workshops that I do. Like I really want to do one, which I want to call Let's Get Ready, because I see on the horizon a collapse. That's what I see. Maybe it won't happen. I don't know. Nobody knows the future.
Yeah, it's good to be prepared.
But it's good to be prepared.
Yeah.
I learned that in Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
So I want to do like a course, a 3-day course, and just go over everything that people will need to know.
Yeah.
And how are we going to, let's say the economy collapses today. I want to be able to connect with you. I don't want to, because cyberspace is out, everyone's gone. No, we need to have some communication, ways to help each other.
Sure.
You know, like food, everything, you know. We may have to just go bush for a while and come back to our gardens. And we need that kind of knowledge. But anyway, I want to teach people how to make shelter.
Yep.
How to secure water.
Yep.
And maybe we'll get to clothing, because, you know, clothing is a big thing. I get all mine from the op shop, except I did support my friend who bought this. But I get all my clothes from the op shop. But if we can make our own clothes, because clothing is part of being self-sufficient.
Totally. Like to make your own shoes.
Yeah. And there are so many wallabies dead on the side of the road that just go to waste. You know, and I can turn it into cloth, as soft as your blouse.
Yeah.
And so we could do that as well. If I get enough people interested, we'll do a 3-day course on that and teach people how to make their own clothes.
Wow, that'd be its own course in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll film it and put that up on Patreon. And, you know, and then because you only have to do it once.
Yeah.
In Lakota tribe, they made one set of clothes that lasted their lifetime. And then when they died, they were so soft like velvet, because every time you wash it, it gets softer. Then you hand it down to the babies and make baby clothing out of it. So it's a cycle.
Constant cycle.
Yeah. Whereas this, we're never going to grow enough cotton.
Yeah. I've got some growing out there. For real. Just showing that to kids, you know?
Yeah, that's good. And you can spin it.
Yeah.
But to make a loom and to actually weave...
Totally, it's a lot of work. We can use it for crafts. I was going to donate it to you to make your... So what about your crafts that you make as well? Can you share that?
Yeah, well, lately I've been making a lot of dolls.
Yeah.
And it's really helped me because, in the 2-year pandemic, I was stuck by myself. I had no visitors in 2 years. And so I had to have something to keep me going, And the dolls became my family. So I was hand spinning and dyeing and all that, but now I don't. I get it from people that do all that for me. And then I make them into all these dolls, and then they've turned into these dolls that are from another universe. You know how we have parallel universes?
Yeah.
And this one has an Earth, but they call it Koa. and it didn't get knocked off its axis, so the whole thing is still tropical. And they're still evolving like they did in the beginning. We had to kind of start over when the asteroid hit us and knocked us off, and 97% of us left. And out of that 3% is what we have now. But they never had to do that, so they evolved totally different. Like a human might have wings, or a 6-legged animal might have a human face.
Yeah, or a beak.
Yeah, and I have no idea whether I'm going to sell them or what, but it's so much fun. It takes my mind, into play.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll give them away.
Yeah. Oh no, they're worth something. They're beautiful, and it's good to be supported by your amazing crafts. Well, is there anything? Thank you for all the beautiful shares. Is there anything that you would like to express before we say goodbye today?
Well, I think the main thing is children, really, and to really try to introduce them to nature at an early age. And try to keep them involved with nature on any level you can, even if all you've got is a backyard.
Yeah.
You go to the library, get some books on what those plants are. You connect your child, because that's what they want. They want connection, and if you don't give it to them, they're going to get it from cyberspace.
Yeah.
And that's not going to help the world, is it? It's going to keep that spiral down to the end of the earth. We need to. It's the children. So yeah, get them, even if it's just like I said, going out in the backyard and showing them a dandelion and telling them everything you can do about it. Yeah. And as much as you can, everything. Bring them to me. I'll teach them for free if you don't have the money. If you find me, or we'll do it on Patreon. I'll show you how to make a basket. Yeah. Kids love that. I did a weaving course at Steiner School for the 1st and 2nd graders. We had 40 kids. Every kid finished a basket. Yeah. And I had the teachers coming up to me later going, that kid is so shy and has never, and now they're going around showing all the other kids the basket they made.
So proud of,
And they're so proud of. So let's just keep the children natural. Don't let them get sucked into cyberspace. Like a lot of parents will say, let them do their own thing. Let them find their own path. No, that's not it. They have parents to guide them. Yeah. Don't just let them go.
Yeah, stay connected.
Yeah.
Thank you, Koa. It's always so great to sit with you and absorb all of your beautiful knowledge. And thank you for being a wisdom keeper and for a wisdom sharer, not just a keeper.
Thank you for listening.
Always. So we'll say goodbye now. The Elder Tree is a not-for-profit organisation that is in the beginning stages of creating a grassroots herbal education centre and healing sanctuary in the Atherton Tablelands of far north Queensland. To find out more, go to theeldertree.org and follow the journey on Instagram and Facebook. You can also donate to the Elder Tree via our podcast channel on Anchor or via the website. If you like the episode, we'd love you to subscribe. And if you know who we should interview next, drop us a line. See you next month, and in the meantime, may you grow them to know them and be blessed with good health and many plants.